Freedom of the spirit. Otherworldly auxiliaries to earthly activity. BD0803 from March 10, 1939, taken from book number 17. Lift up your spirit and let it rapture itself from the earth, and you will hear the language of the Almighty Creator. Experiencing a visible sign of His omnipotence opens the way for you, for your faith will be strengthened, and through profound faith you can now also grasp the works of the Creator which are not visible to you. It is therefore a tremendously important task to grant the Spirit in you unhindered freedom to rise into the realm of divine activity. Admittedly, the outer cover of the Spirit is not able to do the same, which is why a separation of spirit and body has to proceed, which is only feasible when auxiliary forces are at the body's disposal, which have a determining influence on its activity when the spirit of the same swings itself upwards. This is to be understood in such a way that, as it were, all actions which the body now carries out require a certain driving force, and this driving force is precisely the working of the helpful spiritual forces. This activity cannot be felt by the human being in any other way than that he is spiritually active at the same time and also fully fulfills his earthly task. He will be able to receive and give at the same time. He will be strengthened mentally and physically unhindered, since eager spiritual striving need not result in a reduction of physical activity if the latter is trustingly handed over to helpful beings. It is always and only the human being's will that he, if he is receptive, is considered in every way. Anyone who is continuously active for the shaping of his soul remains in constant communion with good spiritual strength. It is at his disposal at all times if he desires to use it. If the human being has recognized this and willingly entrusted himself into the care of his spiritual friends, he need not fear a failure of the strength he needs for earthly life and earthly activity. Divinely, the human being is never asked to do more than he is able to do, and there are always unlimited resources at his disposal. Anyone who in this faith makes use of all these means for the full development of his spirit is also relieved of all burdens of earthly life. He now still walks on earth, as it were, but has already stripped himself of all fetters if he seeks the supernatural in lively spiritual activity and is able to mentally separate himself from earth with full will. Such an entry into higher spheres makes the earthly state immensely easier for him and brings the soul the necessary maturity in a far shorter time. And thus the human being should cultivate spiritual life within himself with full will. He should not allow himself to be deterred by the earthly task set for him. He should always remain aware of the fact that countless beings are willing to help him fulfill it if their help is consciously requested. For only in this way can the soul be granted assistance, and all spiritual strength is always ready to provide it with this assistance. Amen.